Hello everyone, I'm back with my final declutter video for this series, and today I told you it was going to be a doozy, and I was not wrong. I am going to be doing my lip products, and just based off looking at these, I'm thinking I'm going to have to break this video up into two parts because I have a feeling it could be very long. And this is the first time I've ever stopped and counted all of my lip products. Now when I say lip products, I'm not counting lip liners or like lip balms, chapstick, that sort of stuff. Just colored lip products that I have. And I counted 81, which is extremely unbelievable to me in a way because I've never counted them. And I knew I had a lot, but I didn't know I had that many. So it's really good that I'm going to go through and do this declutter today to really weed this out and get rid of ones that are old or I'm not using so that I can make the collection smaller and focus on ones that I'm going to use. Now, I'm not going to do it by brand because a lot of them are only one brand for a product. So I've tried to separate them out by color as best I could, so pinks, nudes, reds, darker colors, and then lip glosses. So let's dive in and see how it goes. Also, if you didn't catch any of my other declutter videos, I will put them in the description box for you so you can check those ones out as well. Alright, so as I said, I sorted them out by color as best I could. It's probably not going to be exact. I may have stuck some darker ones into the nudes by accident, but it'll be pretty close. So I'm going to start out with the pinks and the nudes, and then we'll see where we're at for time and go from there. Alright, the first one in the pinks is this one from YSL, and it is one of their Rouge Volupte Shines, and what is this color? It does not say, but it's basically a pale pink color, and it doesn't give a lot of color to the lips, but it does kind of give a nice tint. It's actually probably showing up more pigmented here on my hand than it would on my lips, but I do like this one. It's a higher end one, but I do like the product when I'm looking for just a subtle, simple color, so I'm going to keep that one. Next, this one is from Rimmel. This is their Moisture Renew lipstick, and I would agree with that because this one is quite moisturizing on the lips. This is the color Pink Chic, or Pink Chick, no, Pink Chic, Pink Chic. And again, it's kind of a pinky nude, but I really like the moisturization of this one and do enjoy using it, so I'm going to hang on to that one. This next one is also from Rimmel. This is, I can't read the type, but it's in the color Candy 002, and this is very old. I basically use it as a topper over other lipsticks because it doesn't really show up very well on its own, so it was a nice topper to put some shine over others, but because it's old, because it's nearly used up, it's gonna go. This one is a Neutrogena Moisture Smooth Color Stick in the color Pink Grapefruit, and I like these Neutrogena sticks again because they are nice and moisturizing and give a nice subtle tint of color to your lips, but I just realized that this one is just about gone. As I turned it up, there's nothing to turn up anymore. So while I like it, because it has next to nothing left, I'm going to get rid of that one as well. And this one is from the Colourpop Disney Designer Collection, and I keep these in their boxes just because I like the packaging, but this was basically Cinderella's lipstick, and it is, again, a nice pretty pink color that I really enjoy the look of on my lips. And these are really long lasting. I can put it on in the morning and it will leave color on my lips throughout the day, even after I've eaten. So this is one that I really enjoy and will be keeping. This is from Illamasqua, and this one is a little bit more of a nude pink. Has a little bit more brown in it. And I like it, but I'm wondering if I have similar enough colors, so it's going to be a maybe. This is from L'Oreal. It's La Matte lipstick. This was more of their pen type stick. And this one is a neon pink, and it's obviously matte, hence the name. This is another one that will stay on all day. But I know that this one is pretty old, and I have other pinks or bright pinks that I like just as much, so I'm going to let this one go. Now this is one from Colourpop. It's their lippy stick, which was one of Colourpop's first really talked about products, but I don't hear people talk about them anymore. They still have them, but whenever you're watching a Colourpop video, I never hear people talk about the lippy sticks, but I really like them. I honestly really like many of the Colourpop lipsticks that I've tried, but this is their lippy stick in Julep, and this is much more of a coral color. But I really like it, especially in summer, the way the coral looks on the lips. And because I'm still enjoying this one, the way it works and the color, and I don't have a lot of coral lips, I'm going to keep it. Alright, next is a favorite of mine. This is from Bite Beauty, and this is their Amuse Bouche lipstick, and this is in the color Kimchi. Again, another bright pink one. One that I've really enjoyed. Another one that lasts all day long, is quite pigmented, and I'm still enjoying it, and it doesn't have an off smell or anything, so I think it's still good, and I'm gonna continue to keep it and use it for as long as it is. Next up is another neon pink, but it's a lighter neon pink than the previous one, and this is from Trust Fund Beauty, and this is what it looks like. Very fluorescent vibe, and you wouldn't think that this would look good on the lips, but I tend to like it in the summer when I'm looking for that bright popping lip. So, but I'm not sure if I want to keep it if I've worn it enough, so I'm going to put it in the maybes. Alright, and then the last pink is another favorite of mine. It's from Milani in their matte lip line, and this is in the color Orchid, which is another bright pink, another matte bright pink. And I do like this one, get a lot of use out of it, so I'm going to hang on to it. So those are the pinks. Now it's time to move on to more of the nude colors, starting off with this NYX Butter Lipstick in the color Pops, it looks like is the name of it. It's kind of a nice, leaning more brown nude. And I do like the way these ones work, but I'm not sure right now if I want to keep it, so it's going to be a maybe. This one is from e.l.f. It's in the color Ravishing Rose. This one has a little bit more red to it, I'd say, a redder nude. And that's another one that I'm not sure about and is going to go in the maybes. This one is from Buxom, and it's more of a pencil. Well, it is a pencil, basically the crayon type. And it goes on matte, and again, leans more brown. I use quite a lot of it, not sure what I want to do right now, so it's going to be another maybe. This one is from Dose of Colors, and it's in the color Warm and Fuzzy. So this is more of a liquid lip, but the Dose of Colors ones I find to be a bit moussey. And this is one that I'm still really liking and enjoying, so I'm going to keep it. Another Milani matte, but this is in the color Matte Darling, and this is another favorite of mine. Just a really nice, classic, pinky nude. It's easy to wear throughout the day, and I do like it, so I'm going to keep it. Here's another Colourpop lippy stick. This is in Brink, and it's another pretty matte nude, or pinky nude, or no, actually, just kidding. This is much more brown than I remembered. Hopefully these colors are showing up okay on camera. but this one is newer to my collection, and I do like the way that it looks on the lips, so I'm going to hang on to it for now. But it definitely looks different on than it does in the package color. Okay, here's another e.l.f. moisturizing lip in the color Pink Minx. So it's more of a peachy nude. But this one is getting old and the packaging's starting to fall apart, so I'm going to get rid of this one. Now we're on to another liquid lip. This is from Kat Von D in the color Lovesick. I do like this color a lot, like the way that it goes on, but this product is just too old for my comfort, so I'm going to get rid of it. This one is from NARS. It's a favorite of mine. It's in the color Bound, but again, it's one that's gotten pretty old and is almost gone, I think. You can't even really see it because it's practically empty. So I'm going to get rid of that one as well. Here's another Neutrogena Moisture Stick. This one is in the color Almond Nude. So nice nude there. And this one I think has a bit more than the pink one because I didn't use it as often. But I don't know if I'm loving the color because I don't reach for it as much. So that's going to have to be another maybe. This one is from MAC, and it's in the color Velvet Teddy, which was a favorite on YouTube for a while. It's got that very brown 90s vibe to it. And this is again one that's newer to me, so I'm going to keep it for now. Okay, this is a liquid lip, a matte liquid lip from Phase Zero in the color Undercover. Let's hope I'll be able to get these swatches off after. So this does go on more pink, and again, it's one that's newer to me and I'm enjoying, so I'm going to keep using it for a bit. Next is this Maybelline Color Jolt in Never Bare. I don't even know if they make these anymore, but I know it's old. It was hard to work with to get smooth, and it's time to get rid of it. Alright, this is from Tom Ford in the color Indian Rose. And this is one I've enjoyed based on the formula and just the neutral color. So I'm going to keep it. And then this one is from Rimmel in the color Naughty Nude. This one you have to be a bit careful because it does get a bit soft for some reason. And so that's what it looks like there. Those colors are actually not that different, except this one's a bit darker and has a bit more of a sheen, but just based on the condition of it and the fact that it gets so soft and is probably a bit older, I'm going to get rid of it. Alright, this one is new. I got for the e.l.f. Full Face of Makeup video. It's the e.l.f. Satin Lip in the color Taffy. It's definitely not as smooth and creamy as some others because I think it's supposed to have more of a matte effect, even though it's seriously satin. That one's got more pink to it, but because it's new and I really haven't had much chance to use it yet, I'm going to keep it. Now there's this Clinique Black Honey. This is just more of a tinted balm. Now when you look at it, it looks really dark, but then when you swatch it on, it really doesn't give much color. So it's a nice neutral balm, but I don't find myself using it enough, so I'm going to get rid of it. Okay, we are getting there for these color sections. So now let's go on to these pencils. This one is from Nude Sticks, Intense Matte Lip and Cheek Pencil in the color Kiss. And these are the type that you'd have to sharpen. So that's the color of Kiss, and it's more matte, as the name would say. But I like that color, and I like the way this one works because it glides on pretty easily, so I'm going to keep it. This one is from NARS, and this one is in the color, this is the NARS Satin Lip Pencil. I can't really make out the name of the color, but let's see how this one works. A nice one. I can definitely see the satin effect, but it's going to be a maybe. Now this one I know I enjoy. It's from Bite, and it is their matte lip crayon in glace, or I'm probably saying that wrong, Glace. This is one that would be nice for fall coming up because it's got that fall feeling to it with the matte and the tone of it. And because I like it, I'm going to keep it. Alright, next up is this NARS Velvet Matte with the risque name of Sex Machine. But I do like the color of this one, and I'm going to keep it. Alright, then we have Trastique in the color Florence. Again, it's those brown nudes. But seeing as I've got other colors similar, and it's not a favorite that I'm reaching for, I'm going to get rid of it. Then Nude Sticks. Wait a minute. Oh, this is another Nude Sticks, except this is in the color Belle. And again, it's those colors that subscription boxes would love to send to me. And I'm going to put that in the maybes. Alright, now this one I had mentioned in my blush declutter because it went in the same box as that blush. It's from the second round of the Disney Designer Collection and was in the Belle kit, and this lip is called Beast. And I don't reach for it enough, but I think that's because it's always in that packaging. So I think if I keep it out with my other lip products, I will reach for it more. So I'm going to hang on to it. Alright, then we have another Disney one from the original Disney Designer Collection, and this is Ariel's lipstick. And while this isn't my favorite of the princess lipsticks, it is a good, more nude color, especially, again, as I said, going into fall. So I'm going to keep it. These are two liquid lips that were part of the Zoella and Colourpop collection in the colors At Me and Little One. So this is At Me. And I'm pretty sure, but we will see in a moment, that this is the one that has more pink to it, which is the one I typically lean more toward. And then this is Little One. This one's more on the brown side, if you look at those two side by side. So At Me I definitely lean more toward, but I'm going to hang on to both for now. And then the last of the nudes are these Ofra liquid lips. This one is in the color Las Olas. I do like the Ofra liquid lip formula. This one is a little on the dark side for me, and definitely more brown. Let me get Ariel out of the way. But for some reason, this particular one, the packaging gets oily. I have no idea why or what that's about, but it does. And then we have Story, which this is from Samantha March's collection. Honestly, it does not look that different from the other one. A little more purple to it, I think. Then we have Pasadena, which has even more of a pink to it. And then the final is Manila, which is very brown. So between Manila and Las, whatever that first one was, Las Olas, I'm not sure. So I'm going to swatch those two side by side to see how similar they are and which one I think will work better for me. So there's the two of them. There's the two of them side by side. And I just think Las Olas is way too dark and brown for me, so I'm going to get rid of that one and keep the rest. Alright, now back to the maybes to decide which of these I want to keep. This Belle one just is too similar to other colors and doesn't go on as easily, so I'm going to get rid of it. And this NARS. I do like the NARS satin one, and I think if I sharpen it, it'll work well. Now for the Buxom, Yeah, I think because this is a real wood pencil, it just takes a little bit too much effort to get it on the lips. It kind of tugs, so I'm going to get rid of that one. Now for this elf one. That one still goes on well, and I still like the color, so I'm going to hang on to that elf one. Alright, now this one is not as pinky as I thought, this Illamasqua. I'm going to come back to that one. NYX. I have liked this one for a while. This NYX one. Not sure. As far as the Trust Fund Beauty Neon Pink, I'm going to get rid of it because it is a bright one and it's not one you can really wear all the time or to a lot of occasions, so I don't think I'd use it enough that I'm going to get rid of it. Now for these two, which one do I like better? That is the question. So there's the two side by side. So of these two, one is more satin, one is more matte. I'm leaning toward the more satin one, which is the NYX. So I'm going to keep the NYX, get rid of the Illamasqua one. Just a reminder, I started out with 81 total, but I am going to break this up into 2 videos because otherwise I think it's going to be way too long. So out of the pinks and nudes, I had a total of 42, and I am decluttering 15 of them and keeping 27 of them. So I'm still keeping quite a lot, but honestly, I did better than I thought I would in terms of what I decluttered and got rid of, because I thought it was going to be more of a challenge to decide and choose than it was. So for this group, so far there are 27 being kept, 15 being decluttered out of the 42 that I started with, and be sure to stay tuned for part 2 to find out what I declutter from the rest of the collection and get a final total of everything that I kept and decluttered. But give this a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss the final video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.